Hello, welcome back everyone. I'm John.
And I'm Matthew.
And today we're going over Unit 15, 20 million at risk, which is basically, well, you know, Ukraine has been having some issues these days. I mean, Europe in general, a lot in the news, coronavirus, things like that. But something that has been a little bit less in the news has been the sort of difficulties around the Horn of Africa and possible starvation and possibly 20 million people at risk.
Very true. I mean, yeah, Ukraine's got the most of the news these days. I mean, rightfully so, but you can't brush aside this problem as well.
No.
Which is, I guess, is actually connected to Ukraine because we're talking about food supply.
Yes. And so if they were already in trouble, they're now much further in trouble with the food shortages that are sure to come.
Which countries in your region suffer from malnutrition?
Well, my sort of knowledge about the eastern area is not the best, but actually there are a few countries that I assume suffer from some malnutrition here and there. I know India's had trouble, China's had trouble, of course, parts of Russia. But actually, I guess in all truth, most countries, at least in some communities, have trouble with malnutrition or even starvation.
Sure, yeah, it's a common thing even in places like the U.S. You know, it does exist. So I think maybe here in Korea there's some malnutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Japan, I think you can find it anywhere, really.
You can find it anywhere. Just look, you can find it anywhere. Mm-hmm. Do you think that climate change is contributing to these extreme weather patterns?
Of course. I mean, that's
done.
The science says, like, hey, as this climate has changed, look what has happened. So there's a direct correlation. And I mean, look at the weather outside today. You know, it's getting hotter. The storms are getting crazier. We're getting more typhoons in Korea every year.
Yeah.
The monsoon season's longer. It's crazy. Things are definitely changing. So I think it's measurable.
It's measurable. Mm-hmm. And it's coming even harder and harder as we get older.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Can't wait to sweat even more. Yes. Let's go ahead and take a look at that article and talk more about it right after this.
Unit 15, 20 million at risk. Certain news stories fail to catch the public's attention, and sometimes this means that extremely serious issues are ignored. The current situation in the Horn of Africa is one such story. 20 million people there are at risk of starvation due to failed harvests resulting from lack of rain. Efforts to raise donations for food aid have fallen far short of the amounts needed. Recent events such as the Ukraine war and global inflation threaten to make the situation even worse.